Hi, it's Matthew Reid here from howtorepairpendulumclocks.co.uk, and in a recent Open Clock Club session I showed this natty little tool for removing the barrel cap from a spring driven clock. Some of our participants asked how we made the tool, so here's a video to show you how. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get to it. So, as tempting as it is to use a steel bladed screwdriver to remove a barrel cap, this can result in slipping, causing damage to property and damage to your fingers. This little brass tool is really a lot safer, and it helps prevent marring of the barrel body as well. So what we need first is a file handle. If you look at my other video about fitting handles to files, you'll remember that I'm a big fan of this Python brand. Really strong beechwood handle with a rolled on steel ferrule. This is a size 0. You'll also need a piece of brass. Here I'm using a piece of square section, but you could use round section brass bar, as long as it's about the right size to fit into the semicircular cutout in the barrel cap that you want to remove. In this case, the brass bar measures about 4mm across flats. Once we've selected the piece of brass we're going to use, we're going to drill out the file handle so it's an across flats size in this case, because we're going to file the brass to a taper and then drive it into the handle. Here I've chosen a 4mm drill bit. Now the file handle is drilled out, we're going to draw file our piece of material, and the purpose of this is purely aesthetic. It's just to make the finished work look smart, so it's a pleasant tool to use as well as a very kind of practical one. And we're ready to start tapering it to fit into the file handle. Here I'm holding the work in the jaws of the vise, and I'm going to work around all 4 sides, filing a taper. So at the end that's going to go in the file handle, we've basically got kind of a circle there, or an octagon in this case. So we filed the piece of brass to a blunt point, and we're going to try it in the handle. And as you can see, it just goes in there a couple of centimeters or something, so that's absolutely great. Now we're going to hold the piece of brass in vice protectors, and using a rawhide mallet in this case, we're going to drive the handle onto the work. So now the piece of brass and the file handle are well and truly mated. So offer the tool up to the barrel you want to remove the cap of and mark the usable length. You can then saw off the piece of brass and we can begin filing. First I'm going to file an angle on the piece of the material, which is probably something about 60 degrees. Then I'm going to round off that angle so there aren't any sharp corners to mar the barrel body. So now turn the work over, and either using a crossing file in this case or a half round file, file the notch in the work. A little bit of tidying up and we are nearly done. For aesthetic reasons, I'm just going to put a tapered bevel on the corners of the work and then burnish them with a polished steel burnisher. Just one more job to do, and that's to plane a flat on the underside of the handle so the tool doesn't roll about on the bench, and when it settles it's always the right way up, ready to work. Hope you like this little video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you later.